It is dancing all night. One of those jabs landed. They're just above us.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another video. All right, y'all, just want to go back here, man. Let's go back to January 28th, 1974. This morning, I just got done watching this fight again. Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, the rematch. Man, this was a good fight. I forgot how good this fight was. It was just a really good boxing performance from Muhammad Ali. Very spirited performance by Joe Frazier. As y'all know, the very first fight took place March 8th, 1971. That was the fight of the century. And, you know, Joe Frazier, he came, put it all on the line, put as much pressure as he could on Muhammad Ali in that fight, made it a very tough back-and-forth fight. Very close fight, I feel like. You know, a lot of people feel like Muhammad Ali would have edged it out if he didn't get knocked down in the fight. But, yeah, overall, it was a good fight. Joe Frazier, he definitely earned it. But going into this rematch here, this time around, it was a non-title fight. It was a 12-round fight. And Muhammad Ali, he came in there a little bit smarter, a little bit sharper. And he was able to put on a very, very good boxing performance over Joe Frazier in this one, and won a unanimous decision, in my opinion. And I honestly had it about 10 rounds to 2. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Joe Frazier, he made Muhammad Ali earn all of these rounds, but I went back and watched it this morning, you know, and I just looked at every single round closely, and I was just like, man, Muhammad Ali was just doing a lot of nice, slick things in there. And every time Joe Frazier would get in close, he was being first, and you got to be first. And these punches that Muhammad Ali, he throws and lands, some people think they're pity pat punches, but no, like, Ali had a lot of power. You know, he didn't have like that concussive George Foreman type power, you know, like whenever George and Frazier, they fought, but he had some thudding shots. He had thudding blows, he had damaging blows, and he had accuracy, you know, and hand speed, you know, hand speed like no other for a heavyweight, you know. And I feel like going into this fight here, Muhammad Ali, this time around, he really wanted to use more movement. Not really like stay on the bike or overuse excess movement, but he was just doing a lot of nice little twists and turns, a lot of good clinching in there, clinching Frazier as soon as he stepped in. He absorbed a few body shots and left hooks from Joe in this fight, but I just feel like overall Ali, he really stepped his performance up from the first fight. You know, thankfully this fight was only 12 rounds this time. But, you know, another thing I just wanted to talk about with this fight is I like to see guys running back like this. You know, it seemed like guys back then, they wanted to get back in there, and they wanted to get back with that person they lost to. You know, there wasn't a bunch of talk. Of course, this was almost like 3 years later, but even in between that time, they both fought tough competition, you know, and no title on the line, and they still were able to get back in there. 12 rounds versus 15, they still went back in there, and they still went hard at it. And you know, Ali, he made a lot of adjustments and improvements from the first fight, got back in there and did what he had to do. I mean, going back and looking at the fight real quick, right off top in the first and second round, you know, Ali, he was doing a much better job of jabbing, and not just jabbing, but throwing that left hook. Like, as soon as Joe would step in close or step into the zone, into punching range, instead of trying to like extend the full-on jab, Ali, he would throw the left hook around, because he knew if he threw the left hook around, it would meet Joe Frazier right at that point and crack him on the side of his guard. And that was very smart. You know, he didn't try to smother his shots by trying to throw those straight shots. As soon as Frazier was fast or quick to step into the zone, Ali, he would throw that left hook around the side, and it would catch him. You know, so he was throwing a lot of good left hooks, and then when he would get on the outside, he would extend that jab and that right hand. And as soon as Joe would step in, once again, he would throw a left hook, right up combination. He'd throw those nice little flurries to the head of Joe, and it would throw him off. And he was doing a lot of good clinching. You know, a lot of people say they don't like when people grab and things like that, but I like when a fighter can clinch, because that's how you wear a guy down. That's how, especially how you wear down a power puncher. You know, if you're a boxer, you got to put that weight, you got to put that strength on him. And Ali, he was a very, very physically strong fighter. You know, not like the hardest thudding hitter, like I said, but he had enough pop, and he had some very underrated strength. I don't think people understood how strong he was. He could lean on you, push you around, and really take the wind out of you. But going into like the third and fourth round, I just felt like, you know, Ali, he was really earning these rounds. You know, Joe wasn't making it easy for him. You know, he was working the body. He would come over the top with his left hook. I think Ali, he was definitely doing better at rolling off of the power. You know, he knew how to roll against the punch to take away the power of the left hook, and just really good at being first. That's the one thing I liked about this fight. Ali, every time he would shoot that jab out, he snapped that quick right hand out and cracked Joe Frazier in the face. I think it was maybe like in the second round, he came close to almost looked like he buckled Joe. Like he cracked Joe with the right hand, and when he cracked him, like you could see him buckle, but it was like 10 seconds left in the round, so he made it out. So you don't know, he could have stopped him or knocked him out in that round. I say in the first half, I think the only round I could really give Joe was the fifth round. I think he did well whenever Ali kind of went, his punch volume went down. And in that fifth round, he came on a little bit stronger, pressed Ali back, landed some good body shots, good left hooks up top. And then there was another round, the second half, I think it was round 7, where he came over the top with the right hand. You know, that was a thing people forget about, the right hand of Joe Frazier. He came over the top one time with a good overhand right on Ali and cracked him in the chin. And just a lot of times where he would press Ali to the press Ali to the ring, to the ropes, and he would come over the top with that left hook. And, you know, Ali's got a chin, man. Ali can take some. He has one of the most, I have to say, he has one of the most solid chins in boxing of all time. You know, again, people think of the speed, they think of the jab, but they forget that Ali is a strong fighter, you know. And I think his physical strength really helped him absorb those punches. That's what helped him with that, you know, solid rock solid chin he's had, you know. But overall, it was a good fight. Second half, I just feel like Ali stepped on the gas, put on a very good boxing clinic on Joe at times, just outlanding and outworking him. He really earned it every single round. Joe turned it up in like 11 and 12 and really came after him. But every time he came after him, Ali would take the fight to him. And that's the thing I like to see. Like, he just wouldn't shell up. He would throw back. But if Joe kept coming, he would clinch him and he would spin out. You know, you could hear his corner. You could hear Ali's corner saying, "Don't do that. Don't stay in the corner." As soon as he would get to the center, they're like, "That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be." They were yelling at him, you know. And I like that. Like, his corner, they were really there. You could hear them telling Ali, "Hey, look, you need to do this. You need to do that." And everything Ali did in this fight helped him pay off and helped him win a unanimous decision. But yeah, overall, like I said, for this fight, I had it 10-2. 9 rounds to 3 at most. You know, I'm definitely not taking away from Joe's resilience and his pressure in this fight, but I just feel like the better punches landed, the better boxing was from Muhammad Ali throughout this fight. Yeah, overall, it was a good fight. Y'all got to go back and check this fight out. Like I said, I knew this was the anniversary for this rematch, and I just wanted to go back and watch it this morning. And yeah, once again, I'm impressed. Always seeing something new with Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. With Joe, the right hand in this fight was very effective. People just don't understand. His body punches was on point. Then when you look at Ali, his left hook was very snappy and it was very efficient. Good angles, good clinch work. Love. That's why I say I love clinching from a boxer. Sometimes people just don't understand. Clinching is very important. But yeah, definitely go back and check this fight out. Muhammad Ali definitely earned this win. He got that get back, and as y'all know, Thriller in Manila, he won the third fight as well. But yeah, man. Rest in peace to the greatest, Muhammad Ali, and rest in peace to Joe Frazier, Smoking Joe Frazier. Both great fighters, both great heavyweights for their time. But yeah, guys, definitely check the fight out. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.